Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do the weekly reading for the lovely sign of Gemini. Gemini, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, just remember it is only a general reading, so this week may not be your reading. If that's the case, make sure you check out other aspects of your natal chart, such as your moon, your rising or ascendant, and or your Venus. You can do that by whipping over, just put natal chart in the Google search engine and it will come back with the chart, and you just put your details in there. You can get your natal chart without your time of birth, but you won't get your ascendant without your time of birth. I've had people say to me before, I don't know what time I was born, I can't get my natal chart. Yes, you can. You can definitely get your natal chart. But if you don't have your time of birth, it can't work out your ascendant. But you can still get all the other information you need. If the reading does resonate with you, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and help me to grow the channel. All right, we're going to use the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And this is the Royale edition, which of course is the Barbara Moore, I think her name is, artist on this one. They're beautiful. A very beautiful person gave me this. All right. Two of Pentacles. Radio. First off, if you're dealing with a Taurus, they got the Two of Pentacles, I think, pretty straight out of the gate as well. The Two of Pentacles is a card that talks about tossing up on a decision, trying to find balance between two things. For me, it's always like the head over heart decision, or the decision between two things that are very equal, and you've got to make up your mind which one's best for you. And sometimes that means going over the same decision more than once, trying to find out which way to go. All right, we have the card of Cancer next, the Chariot. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Gemini. The Chariot is a card of forward movement. However, in this particular card, there is no forward movement, which implies the Chariot is stuck. It's the card of control, trying to get things to move in one direction, but you've got two Sphinxes that want to go into different directions. So it's sort of like this choice, really, and two directions to go in, and trying to move something forward before you've really made a decision on which way to go. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles here. So there's this feeling of being left out in the cold, or perhaps someone leaving you out in the cold. Okay, there is some stress here, some energy okay, let's go back. I feel like you've got a choice to leave somebody behind, and if you're dealing with a Taurus, it would make sense. Similar energy. There is a feeling that you're contemplating a decision here, and I very much feel like it's a future decision. So maybe this is a decision about leaving somebody, or divorcing someone, or splitting the funds, separating property here. I feel like the reason the Chariot isn't moving is because you haven't made your decision yet. Makes sense now. So there's this, I want to move forward, but I'm really not sure if I want to go now. I may just wait a little while and see how things pan out. And in the meantime, I'm going to toss these two Pentacles up and down, trying to decide which direction to go in. There is a feeling of being left out in the cold, or leaving someone else out in the cold. And that might be why you're tossing up whether this is the right thing to do or not. Maybe you don't want to leave someone out in the cold. But there's definitely this tossing up of which way to go. The Eight of Swords lets me know that there's a lot of stress and anxiety here. I feel like very strongly there's some sort of separation. You're with the Hermit card, you could be dealing with a Virgo, but there's just this energy of you're not really sure what to do. So I feel like you're clinging to something, I do, and I feel like it's a King of Wands. But what the energy feels like to me is that you want to leave something behind. You want to go, but there's this feeling that you're still clinging on to something because you don't want to leave it out in the cold. or there's a feeling of hanging on to a situation even though you know it's time to go. Something's finished, something's dead, something's cold, it's not revivable, it's done. But there's this energy of hanging on to it still. So maybe you've been married for a very long time. Maybe you've been in a relationship for a very long time. Quite possibly this could be a job that you've been doing for a very long time. But whatever this is, you do not want to move. You're tossing up whether to move forward and you can't make a decision because you're stuck on the fence. But I feel like here you may be considering someone else's feelings. You may be considering your loyalty to your job. You may be considering something that's holding you back here from doing what you want to do, which is not the way to go. All right, Six of Swords coming through. So the universe is saying you need to move away from this situation. You've learned all your lessons here. There's nothing more to learn. Move on. It's time to go. For some of you here, I feel like this is the reason this is a problem for you is because you're scared to speak up for what you want. There's a very strong feeling here that you can't vocalize what you want here, that you want to go. All right, let's have a look and see what else is going on. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups coming through here. Could be dealing with a water sign, and there's the Tower. That's what happens. I was just saying that before. If you sit on some sort of decision or in some sort of energy where you're not addressing that, and you're just going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, eventually the universe goes, what do you want? And if you're talking all the negative stuff, then they'll just bring in something just to flatten it out. We'll start again. You can't go backwards and forwards like that. The universe will just answer your prayers by throwing the stick at you. Very strong Tower energy there. All right, and then we have the Page of Swords. I feel like you may be dealing with someone that's hanging on to you. I think this might be the problem. There seems to be this energy of somebody still wanting something or wanting to try at something or wanting to put an energy or effort in. I feel like you're done. I feel like you're ready to cut out, especially with the Tower here. But I do feel here it's sort of like this energy of, you know, the pages here, and it's like this energy of something only being in its beginning stages. So it's almost like you've just started to think about the fact that you want to cut this out. So maybe this has been going on for a long while here, but it's like you're ready now. You've just become ready. So maybe this week is the starting point. Victory card, Six of Wands coming through. Wow, okay, with the Ten of Swords. This is a heavy reading. All right, what I want to say to you, Gemini, it's like you've put yourself in this position. And I look at the page and I think maybe you've been wanting to cut out of this for a very long time. And you keep leaving it and leaving it and leaving it, and you're making it harder and harder and harder for yourself. I feel that you want something more stable. You want to work towards something completely new. You want to reinvent yourself. And I feel like with this Ten of Swords, it's like the end of the road. Now, I don't feel that the person you're dealing with is doing anything bad here. I just feel like it's this energy of, I don't want to put any more work into this. I'm ready to move forward. All right, so we have the Six of Cups. Oh, okay. All right, with the Justice card. Some of you could have been with this person for a very long time. You could have known this person from when you were very young. And maybe that's why you're really reluctant to pass them over. But the Justice card is here. So divorce is imminent here. Divorce is imminent. Whether you are married or not married, the ending is in sight. You've already made your mind up here. But I feel like there's this sentimental energy of hanging on to something here because of its sentimentality. not because you want to be here anymore. This Ten of Swords tells me that there is no love here anymore. It's cold, it's done. Okay, what's the... Oh, wow. Okay. You could be dealing with a third party situation. It could be that you have someone who's made another offer to you in the background with this Knight of Cups here. I wasn't looking at it that way until this card came through. It could be that this person's offering you something that you don't have in your current situation. So there could be someone who is offering you a lot of stability, marriage, commitment here. But I feel like it's sort of this commitment sits between you and the answer here. So some sort of separation is sort of imminent here, because you want what's in the middle here. You want this stability. But I want to say to you with the Tower here, it's very, very possible that the universe is going to step in anyway, especially with the Justice card. Because that says to me here that something is done and dusted. And it's going to lead to more of this. It's time to go. Time to leave the house, Gemini. It's not doing anything here for you. All right, so you seem to be sitting on the fence with a decision. Could be dealing with a Cancer. What else do we have here? Scorpio, Libra. Yep, Scorpio, Libra, Cancer. You could be dealing with somebody and you can't quite make this decision. You know you want to move forward, you know what you want, but you're not moving. And I feel like there's this sadness here, either for you or the other person. It's sort of like you could be feeling it for the other person because you're going to leave them out in the cold, or you could be feeling this for yourself because you feel left out in the cold. There's a lot of anxiety and stress around this situation. And I feel like you've been going deep inside, doing a lot of soul searching to see what you want. When I see this Six of Cups, I think you probably thought this situation was going to last forever, and it's not. Four of Pentacles says to me here, oh, that's the Six of Pentacles. Wow, okay, somebody would have probably told me that anyway. Six of Pentacles. So I feel like you don't want to put effort. Look, see the scales here. I don't feel like you want to put any energy into this any longer. I feel like you're dealing with a Leo, Sag, or Aries, or someone who takes on the attributes of a fire sign. Whoever this person is, they could be someone who's had a lot of leadership in your relationship. They may be someone you've relied heavily upon. But I don't feel like the relationship is equal anymore, and that's why you want to move on. You could have been dealing with someone who's perhaps a little controlling, a little manipulative. Very strong Libra energy though. And I feel like you've got another opportunity here. And this Three of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Wow, yeah, there's a divorce here. You're taking your time, but you're heading towards a divorce, without doubt. You've just been taking your time. You're making sure that you've sort of, how do they say, crossed your T's and dotted your I's. Like you're just making sure you've got everything done here. But the decision all round is here to close something down. Definitely. And I feel like the universe will step in. It's done and dusted, whatever this was. There is no energy of being able, nothing here tells me you can revive this. You're going towards victory. So Gemini, whatever this is you're leaving behind here, you've already made your mind up. You are not going back. You're not backing down. All right, let's read from the Psychic Tarot. Wants to come out. Oh, firm foundation. How very, very interesting. I feel like this is what you've not got in this relationship, and I feel like it's what you're after. Very much this energy of 79, wanting something more more solid. Yeah, this card denotes that you've already or are currently working toward establishing a solid foundation. Using good judgment and heeding lessons from the past concerning financial matters will assist you in laying a firm groundwork. So it's about building for the future here. And I feel like you're leaving something about you. The material power that's now around you can be an advantage or a disadvantage depending on how you respond to it. Don't let your current position determine who you are. Wow, okay, so I feel like perhaps this is why you're having trouble making a decision with the Two Pentacles. Maybe you're leaving behind some financial stability here. You want stability in life and you want stability with a new partner here. But there's this energy perhaps of you tossing up because of what you're leaving behind. You may be tossing the material against the spiritual, the love, the ego against the spiritual. Thanks, Gemini.